Hey there, sports fans. Get ready for an exciting journey as we explore some of the most incredible future stadiums. The world of sports is always changing, and with teams becoming more popular and owners getting wealthier, we're witnessing the construction of bigger and better stadiums. So buckle up, grab your ticket, and let's dive into a tour of these amazing arenas. Everton Stadium. Let's talk about the new Everton Stadium, where 53,000 fans can cheer for their team. Right now, the soccer team plays at Goodison Park, but that stadium is more than 100 years old, and fixing it up is getting really expensive. People are worried it might not pass inspections in the future. So the smart idea came up to build a brand new, super cool stadium for the team. They talked about this plan since the 1990s, but it didn't really take off until 2017 when they officially said, "Hey, let's build it at Bramley Moor Dock." People like this idea because there's a new train station nearby, making it easy for everyone to get there. But here's the twist. UNESCO, a big group that cares about protecting important places, didn't like it. The dock has a lot of old special stuff, and building the stadium might harm it. UNESCO even took away Liverpool's special title because of this. Even though the stadium said they'd take good care of the old things, UNESCO didn't change their mind. In 2021, the stadium building finally started, but they had to fill the land with a lot of sand first, like 500,000 truckloads from the sea. Now things are looking good. Seats are in and the outside is starting to look cool too. The stadium will have a brick bottom to match the dock's vibe, and a modern top part made of steel and glass. It's costing a whopping $700 million, but it'll fit 53,000 fans and should be ready in 2024. Just 4 years later, it'll host games for the 2028 UEFA Euro Cup. Exciting times for soccer fans. Manchester City's Metaverse Stadium. Let's talk about the metaverse and how Manchester City is doing something pretty different. Some folks are saying the metaverse, which is like a virtual world, is not useful at all. But guess what? Manchester City is going all in and making a virtual stadium there, thanks to a deal with Sony. Right now, it's just an idea, and fans can use their own cool characters to hang out in a digital version of the team's Etihad Stadium. In the trailer, you can see these digital characters running around, dancing, and having a good time. It's a new and bold idea, but not everyone is clapping for it. Some people think it's a bit silly, especially because it looks a bit old school, like those characters on Wii consoles from over 10 years ago. Now here's the real deal. Is it better to go to a bar and watch the game with friends, or just sit in the metaverse? Some say the metaverse stadium doesn't really make much sense. But who knows, maybe as time goes on, Manchester City fans will start liking this virtual idea. We'll just have to wait and see. The esports arena. Let's dive into the world of esports, where games like League of Legends, Fortnite, and CS.GO have become super popular. Now imagine having a special place just for esports competitions and fans. That's what Toronto is up to. They're going to be one of the first cities with a dedicated esports arena and hotel right on the harbor front. Originally, the plan was to build this massive arena that could hold about 7,200 spectators and look like a giant wave. But hold on, things changed in 2022. They thought the arena was too big and would mess up the view of Princess Boulevard. Plus, it didn't fit in well with the other buildings. So they decided to come up with a new design. The new plan is still awesome, though not as grand. Picture this: a long building with a cool wood-like finish, a big LED screen, and a green roof that goes on and on. This time, they're making it more eco-friendly and not causing too much trouble for the neighborhood. The building will be 30 stories tall, cost hundreds of millions to build, and will be a big part of Toronto's exhibition grounds. It's a massive project that's all set to make Toronto a major player in the esports scene. New Tennessee Titans Stadium. Let's talk about the new Tennessee Titans Stadium. It's going to be a big deal. For over 20 years, the Tennessee Titans have been playing at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, but it's been through a lot, facing floods and tornadoes. Now, after checking things out, they figured it would cost nearly $2 billion to keep it in top shape. So the smart move is to build a brand new stadium right next to the old one. The new stadium is going to be impressive. Instead of being out in the open, it'll be covered with a cool see-through roof. Inside, there will be 4 levels of seats, a fake grass field, and giant screens for all the action. They're also adding shops and places to hang out, so even on days without games, the stadium will be bustling and make money to keep it going. On the outside, they're going for a modern look with cool terraces, taking inspiration from Nashville's unique style. And get this, besides being the Titans' new home, they want to host big events like Super Bowls and WrestleManias. Now, the construction is set to start next year, and in 3 years it should be all done. But here's the big number. It's going to cost about $2.1 billion. The Titans are paying 40% of it, and the public is covering the rest, which is more than $1 billion. That makes it the biggest help from the public to build an NFL stadium ever. Big changes coming to Tennessee. Intuit Dome. Let's chat about the Intuit Dome, where the LA Clippers are getting their very own basketball home. The Clippers have been playing in shared arenas with other LA teams like the Lakers and Kings since they started in 1970. But now, they're getting a brand new place to call their own, and it's called the Intuit Dome. Imagine this, a stadium with a cool design that looks like a basketball net during a score. That's what they're going for. And here's the exciting part. They're building something called the Wall, a massive 51 rows tall section where fans can cheer and create a big advantage for the Clippers. To add to the fun, there will be a 360-degree video board showing replays and stats for the fans. The Intuit Dome is sitting next to the Kia Forum in Inglewood, and there were some issues in 2019. The owner of the Forum didn't want the new stadium to affect its business, so they tried to stop it with lawsuits. But guess what? The Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer, went ahead and bought the Forum for a whopping $400 million, putting an end to the legal troubles. Construction started in 2021, and things are moving along nicely. The outside of the stadium is mostly done, just missing the finishing touches, while the inside is still being put together. The big day when it's all ready for action is set for 2024. Exciting times for Clippers fans. New Mestalla. Let's talk about a soccer stadium in Valencia, Spain, with a capacity for 50,000 fans. Now, this stadium has a bit of a troubled history. The whole idea started back in 2006 when they planned to replace the old Mestalla Stadium because Valencia's soccer club was doing great. The new stadium was supposed to be top-notch, more than 70,000 seats, a roof covering all of them, plus cool extras like a leisure area and a museum. It was going for a 5-star rating from UEFA, and even aiming to host the World Cup. Construction kicked off in 2007 with a budget of $362 million, and they thought it'd be done in 2 years. But here's where it gets tricky. Just before it was supposed to be finished, around 2009, they hit a big financial problem. The real estate crisis in Spain made it hard to sell the old stadium, and they couldn't find investors to help out. To cut costs, they had to change the plans. A simpler facade, way fewer parking spots, and a smaller roof. The initial plan of more than 70,000 seats got reduced to 50,000. Despite all these changes, nothing worked out, and the stadium has been an empty construction site for years. They even missed a deadline with the government, losing some promised benefits for the city. But hey, there's a glimmer of hope. A new government was elected recently, and they're trying to fix things. With Spain winning the bid for the 2030 World Cup, there's a chance this stadium might finally get completed and be a part of the soccer action. Let's see how it all unfolds. Xi'an International Soccer Center. Now let's talk about soccer in Asia, where the big boss is the AFC, or Asian Football Confederation. Every 4 years, they throw a huge party called the AFC Asian Cup. The last one happened in the UAE, and guess who's hosting the next one? It's China, and they've got some big plans, including building cool stadiums in 10 host cities. One of these awesome stadiums is the Xi'an International Soccer Center in the northwest part of the country. It's not just a place for games, it's like a futuristic gem in the city. Picture this, a cool exterior shaped like a saddle, a see-through roof, modern everything, and fancy lights that change colors. Plus, the shape of the stadium helps block the chilly wind from the north and lets as many as 60,000 fans enjoy the games. They started building this beauty in 2020, and it's going strong. The whole project is estimated to cost around $400 million, and it's shaping up to be something really special. Can't wait to see it in action during the Asian Cup. Thanks for watching the video. We look forward to sharing more knowledge with you in the future. Until then, take care.